Guitar Buddies, that was part 1 of Maggot Brain, classic track, and it's so long that I thought the easiest thing to do is to break it into sections. So let's start by looking at the rhythm guitar. Okay, so we've just got 4 chords: E minor to D, B minor to C, and we arpeggiate those chords. So the first one on the E minor, I'm playing 7 on the A string, 9, 9 on the D and G strings, 8, and back to the G string, 9, 9. So just picking down and back up again. And then we've got the same pattern for the D. Yeah, so and then we move to the B minor. So I'm not playing the A string, I'm playing B on 7 on the E string. And the next note I'm playing is another B on 9 on the D string. Then 7, 7, and back down, then D to B. So even though my third finger just goes there naturally, I'm not actually picking that string at the 9th fret of the A. I'm just playing. So I could leave it off, but it just tends to go there because it's so used to playing the B minor chord. And then the same picking pattern for the C. So I'm not playing the A string, I'm just playing 8, 10, 9, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and that sequence just goes round and round for the song. Sometimes it fades out and fades back in, but that is your basic chord sequence. So next let's take a look at some of the solo parts. The solo is based mostly around the E minor pentatonic, with occasional notes from the E Dorian, C sharp and F sharp. I've also got a wah-wah pedal left in the mid position. Okay, so we start with a bend on 15 to 17 on the B string, D to E. So we've got so I'm playing 15 and just bending that slowly. And as I kind of reach the E, I repick it. And then a snappier bend, so I'm bending again from 15, D to E. Then play D, B, D, B, 15, 12, 15, 12. Then on the G string, 14, 12, 14, A, G, A. And this is where we play the F sharp now. So our next 4 notes, E, F sharp, G, A, 14 on the D string, then on the G string, 11, 12, 14. And a slow bend from that A up to a B. Then I pick the D on 15 on the B string. Then rebend the A, release, then G, A. And then I hammer from D to E on the D string, 12 to 14. Then a snappy push on the A, up to B. And then a little hammer from G to A, back to G. Yeah. A again. And then a little hammer from a D to an E, 12 to 14. Okay, and then the next section, we play a little lead into this with a little, just a little hammer from A to B on 12/14 on the A string, then a D note, and then we've got that slow bend again, just like before. Then this time we've got, very similar, a bend from D to E. Then we've got D, B, D, B. Okay. And then we do a bend, release, pick G, and then the A. So 14, bend, release, 12, 14. And then 3 times we release. So do a pre-bend on 14, release to the A, and G on 12, back to the A. Then we do a bend, kind of quick bend on the A, G, E, and then so bend 12, 14. Then we've got D, E, G, bend, G, E, D. So 12, 14, 12, bend, 12, 14, and then D, E, D. Then we got, so again a bend, and this time we play a bend, G, A, and then yeah, so we go from the A, E, G, 14, 12, bend, and pick the D. Yeah. And play A, B, G, A, 14, 12, 12, 14. And then a trill, 12, 14, 12. So if I play that really slowly, okay, so that's slightly slower. So that's that section. Next we'll take a look at part 2. So that was the next section, and once again I've gone twice around the chord sequence. So we start with this lick. So I start by hammering from B to D, 12 to 15 on the B string, and then I play 4 bends to an E, so bending on 15. At this time, I'm rocking more with my wah-wah pedal rather than just leaving it in one position. And then I pick a G on 15. And then I do a kind of slow release on that E. So I'm just kind of letting it down slowly. Then play a B. And then snap that D back up again. Then play a B and an A, so 12 and 14. So B, D with a snap, B, A. Then a G on 12. And then a bend and release on the A on 14. Back to the A. On, yeah, so bend on to a B, release to the A. So slowly. And then we've got D, E, D, G. So 12, 14, 12. Then F sharp. So 11, 12, 14. So bend up to a B and release down to an A. On 14, 12, back to A on 14, so G to A. There we go. So we then go D, E, G, 12, 14, 12. And then we've got a series of bends from the A to the B. And, you know, I'm also using the wah-wah pedal here to really accentuate those bends. So just 3 times. Bending on 14 on the G string. Then I bend again, click a D on 15, then 14, A, releasing from a B. So I'm bending, then bending again, and releasing. So bend on 14, pick 15, bend and release on 14. Then G, bend on the A, G again, and then E on 14. So 12, bend on 14, 12, 14 on the D string. There we go. That. So I'm playing A, B, D. So now on the A string, 12, 14, 12. Then C sharp, D, E. 11, 12, 14. So a little shift in position there. And then G, F sharp, G. 12, 11, 12. 14. A. Back to G. Okay, and then we start the next section. Which the next section is a little, again, we've got some bends to an E. So bending on D on 15. Okay. And then a little quick D, B, D, B, A, G. And you hear it kind of pushes down on wah wah on that G. So 12, 15, 12, 14, 12. Then again, more bends on that D to E. And then B, D, B, bend, release, G. So B, D, B, 12, 15, 12, 14, bend and release. So bend, release, then 12, G. Then bend, so play the A, bend it to B, and then finish on the G. So. And next we've got, so we've got D, E, G, and a snappy bend to a B on 14. So, then again, D, E, G, this time a bend and release. So 12, 14, 12, bend on 14. Then 12, 14, 12, bend, release. And then that repeats. So you play that twice. And then next, continuing in a similar vein. So we've got D, E, G, bend on an A, G, E. Okay, and then very similar. D, E, G, bend, release, pull off to G, and then E. So very similar. And then again, very similar again. Just kind of repeating D, E, G, bend, release, G, E. Then from G to E and back up again. So and then down again. So bend, release, E, a little hammer to an A on 14, G, and then an E. So 12, 14. And then we've got the next guitar part sort of coming in underneath that, which we'll look at in the next lesson. Because this is so long, I've decided to break it up into a few videos, so it doesn't end up being like an hour-long video, because it is obviously much longer than your normal lesson. So we'll be back soon with the next instalment of Maggot Brain, and well, thanks for watching up to now. Cheers, buddies.